Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Jada Toys Street Fighter Ii, the final challengers, Dhalsim. Now, I've mentioned before, this character just creeped me out. And I'm not talking about as a kid. He just creeped me out, the long legs and everything. So he was the one that I didn't order, but I did see that a local toy store of mine, Nerd Out, got it in. So I did run over there, picked it up. Support your local toy stores if you have some good ones around you. As I've mentioned before, I have numerous ones, but we're here to talk about this. And I have to say that when I did pick it up, it didn't creep me out, which probably should creep me out even more considering it just has these long extension legs and arms in the package. But it didn't. I think it actually looks really cool. So anyway, once again, you have the Street Fighter II video game cabinet. That's what the box is supposed to look like. You have Dhalsim down there. On the side, you get the regular artwork. And then on the back, you have the artwork of him or the picture of him. And then you have the wonderful cross cell, which I think looks awesome. I think that, I'll say it again, if you haven't picked one of these up and you're a toy collector, this is what you need to get. If you're a Street Fighter II fan, you need to pick these up. These are seriously some of the best figures. Jada has absolutely killed it. So anyway, let's get this thing open and then do some shots of him maybe fighting some of the other figures that I have. So before we do, if you like this type of content, you like Street Fighter, you like Jada stuff, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop something that is Jada. Now let's get to this. Okay, so I got the figure out, and as I've shown before, what Jada really does cool is they give you this little backdrop, and there's other companies that do the same thing, but again, I do believe this was 16-bit graphics, so I believe this is what he actually fought in front of when he was at home. Again, it just looks pretty cool. You can set your figure up in front of it if that's how you want to display it. So now let's take a look at this figure, and it does not come with any like blast effects like all the other figures have. He does come with a stand, and I'm assuming this is to hold his long limbs up, probably mostly his leg more than anything. Again, you just got this little round base. This piece is going to plug into it, and then you have this kind of fork here, so you can set whatever you need to on top of it. All right. So what he does come with is a couple of extra set of hands, kind of like these claw style hands, like ready to fight. And you can see that they do articulate back and forth. And then we come with the legs, and I'm really interested to see how these things come off. So here is the long arms. He has his little bracelets. Does have they're not gauntlets, they're sweatbands, I guess you could say. Now these don't come off all the way. So how? Oh, so this is just, ooh, that's kind of creepy. So it is just on a bendy wire, but you can see where the joint is supposed to be. All right, but technically you can bend it wherever you want, and I gotta say it actually feels pretty stiff. But I would say like anything with a wire in it, you move it around too much, the wire in the middle is eventually going to snap. Again, here are the fists. All right, pop it off. Okay, so it comes with fists. The fist part of it. All right, so these fists do not come off. So the only way you're going to use these other hands here is with this buck right here, those arms, all right? And then we have the legs, which again, he has like sweatbands there. It looks like the whole thing does bend, but to make it more proper, you can see exactly where the knee is. It does have nice detail. Again, that would be a big, long, deep squat you'd have to get if that's how you were squatting. But it looks pretty good, and let's see if we get the proper legs. And then we have the proper arms, so just make sure we don't have duplicates of anything. All right, so here we have the yelling head, the white eyes. You got the little diamond stud in the middle of his forehead. Paint that runs straight down. Nice big hoop earrings. Got the nice tongue that's painted. Teeth look really good. And obviously you have the makeup that he's wearing. So again, looks absolutely awesome. Again, if you don't have a Jada figure yet, it's something you definitely need to go ahead and grab, because once you get one, you're gonna realize exactly how good these figures are. All right, so here you have your more stoic face. Still has the white eyes, and sometimes the angle makes certain things not look good, but I looked over and the white is all in a proper spot. No issues with the paint. Now the paint just has to look good. It doesn't have to fit in anything. Again, still the hoop earrings. He's got his a 3 skull necklace, which isn't it's more like a rubber, so we can actually pull it. But look at that detail. It is made to look like rope. Then he just has his rope that's holding up his pants. It's nice and tattered at the bottom. Still has the same sweatbands, the movable bracelets. And again, we'll be able to take these off, or you'll probably will lose them if you're not paying attention. If you're swapping out the hands, you got your knees, and obviously your little sweatbands all the way down. And the texture looks really, really good. All right, so let's take a look at his articulation. So with his head, he does look down. He does look up. And his neck here is on 2 joints. So against the shoulders, and then obviously on his head. You get your T-pose, no problem. Your bicep swivel. Pinless double elbows. And again, these figures, well, he's going to come off because you're supposed to pop off his. So just be careful when you're doing that. You're going to have to make sure you put the proper pressure. No problem there. And again, before anyone says, hey, that's not supposed to happen, remember, we're going to be swapping out his arms at some point. And then he has his karate chop hands. And I hate them. Well, again, I did not play a lot of Street Fighter. I wanted to go ride my skateboard. Oh boy. And my friends became addicted to this video game. See how easily those hands just pop right out. No problem. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any fists except for the long ones. All right, so he has the perfect Jean-Claude Van Damme. You got your thigh swivel. Pinless knees, which are super smooth. But this figure is a nice, solid, hard figure. I know, that's what she said. There's your boot cut, which is right above the sweatbands. And then obviously your ankle rocker. So how easily can he stand? Well, they have fairly big feet. So we really have no issues standing him like so. Matter of fact, his feet look like they might be a little bit too big. Got to make sure that he's on a flat surface, to be 100% honest, because there's a seam right here. All right, so let's pop them off. Let's see, these legs are supposed to just come right off. Easily come off here. I'll pop the long legs on. So weird. So they come off nice and easy. Can he stand with them? That's a whole nother story. All right, so I am going to give people a kind of a pass if you have a hard time standing him, but I don't think he ever really stands like this. This is how he fights and how he kind of throws his legs up and stuff. So I didn't play the game enough to know what he was doing. I'm assuming he would have one regular leg. Let's throw on one regular leg to make it pose properly. And again, if you ask why I'm doing this, I like to show you exactly what you're getting out of a figure, how easy or how hard it might be to pose. And here we kind of got the long legs reaching out, and he stands super easy or poses perfectly easy. As for the arms, this looks really weird. Throw on the long fist. So here we have him kind of reaching out. Oops. You have to be careful, and you want to make sure you're moving here when you have this on, because this is it is rubber is what this is, with the joint through it. So here he has the 200 regular legs, and then make it so he is punching. Let's pop off this head. Everything comes off so easily. And here he is. It's kind of a weird punching pose that I'm, I guess, going for. But you can twist him. Again, I don't remember. I remember him, like I mentioned, but I don't really know what their basic poses are. So you get this long arm, this long punch. Now, personally, I don't really like these long limbs. Kind of weird. Which is, again, it's a video game, so before anyone yells at me, so. Alright. But there it is. I mean, that's really, you know, the arms and everything seem to go on pretty good. I actually do like this screaming face. It's pretty nice. Can we get them on 1 foot? I always like to get these guys on 1 foot. Again, big foot. It's weird. I can't see. I put this new color on it so the pictures and everything look better all over my table. And I can't see where there's divots anymore. I wonder if I'm going to struggle to get these guys to pose on 1 leg. He wants to fall over. Yeah, he said his foot doesn't seem to go as far up as... Oh, there we go. Thanks for bearing with me as I try and get this on 1 foot. So you can get on 1 foot. Not a big deal. I guess it is. It's not that difficult, to be 100% honest. You've probably seen this table kind of move. So I don't think you're going to get them on 1 foot with one of the long legs without using the stand, which definitely blends into this new color of the table. So you get them to kick, no problem. Again, I think this is going to fit in perfectly with the rest of the Street Fighter figures. And if you have watched San Diego Comic-Con, you know we're getting a whole bunch more. So I can't wait. As much as I didn't really care for the game, as it was a distraction for me, watching my friends play it rather than skateboard, well, figures are a little bit different. These are awesome. All right. There we go. 1 foot. That's a 1 foot I can get. All right. Let's wrap this up. Okay, so my first thought on this is it's my least favorite of the figures. Now, once again, I never liked this figure. I said earlier, he creeped me out. And this is a young teenager. Elder teenager, I guess, actually. I thought he looked really good in the package. I'm not a big fan of the bendy arms. It really reminds me of the Star Wars Bendums from the 90s. And if you know, you know. But again, it does its purpose. I won't be displaying him with anything like that. But hey, he kind of needed it. I'm not going to lie, because that is what his gimmick is. But again, my least favorite. But with that said, he's still a pretty good figure, which is more than I can say for a lot of lines that are out there. And again, $25 price point is absolutely awesome. You can pick them at numerous places like Hella Dope Toys and Entertainment Earth. Alright, so there you go. That is my review of the Jada Toys Street Fighter Ii Dhalsim, whatever. A good figure. This is the one I like the least. I thought that originally, that's why I didn't order him right away. Then I saw him in package. I thought he was really awesome. And then I got him, and I'm just like, I really don't like the arms and the legs. I think it's cool that they're using the bendy wire, but I'd rather have a joint there that would extend it. It is kind of loose because it's a rubber. I feel like his ankles are probably the weakest of all the figures so far. I have definitely struggled to get him in specific poses on one foot or different poses like that. Again, it is a must-have if you're all in because he's an essential character in the video game, but he is my least favorite. So if you're gonna pass on one, I'd pass on this one. But again, I'm kind of all in on the main characters. I can't say I'm gonna get all like the player twos and everything like that. So, but I'm gonna get out of here. Before I do, the social media is Instagram, A Punk with Toys. You get the Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a Punk with Toys. As you know, we've been here this long. You stayed all this time. Take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Jada Toys Street Fighter figure, any Jada Toys or anything like that. Now I'm going to get out of here, but don't go anywhere because what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop another Street Fighter review right here because you like this one so much, and down here is going to be the playlist of all the Jada items that I've done. Take care.